The meaning of life is to live the life you want. So when you die, you don't regret that you haven't accomplished this and that, or you haven't said certain words to certain people, or you haven't done what you ought to do. But most important is to remain human and not to lose that humanity inside of you. I mean, you could be a great, successful person and still feel that you haven't done the right thing in your life.
I was an executive in the entertainment business in Los Angeles. I was a marketing executive for record companies, for Universal Studio and BMG and EMI Publishing and what have you. And then I got so depressed and fell so deep that I wanted to kill myself. And that's a sure sign that you're not on the right track.
I'm still trying to figure things out within this project. All I'm gonna ask is just to have patience while I get this process ironed out. The content will become a lot more consistent as well as better quality. But instead of talking about it, why don't I just get to the point and make it happen? Please have no expectations and just enjoy the ride.
I've been having a bit of a time in life, under a lot of pressure and stress and having some health issues.
The miracle of life, I feel, is to push through that fear to the other side. Forget everything and rise, or false evidence appearing real. I mean, you decide how you want to use it as a tool.
Sorry, and thank you for being so vulnerable.
I find my power, physical activity, creative things, stand-up comedy for sure. Something about a stage and a microphone and a light on me, I can just say whatever. And it's really fun. I signed up for another stand-up comedy workshop that starts in a couple weeks. I'm excited.
I think there's an external meaning of life, which is we're kind of cogs in this machine of nature, and we're just performing these tasks, and we're just kind of just a step in this evolutionary ladder of Earth, our galaxy, the sun, our solar system, everything. We're just really tiny, small parts of it, and we're just performing our duties to keep things going, to create, to destroy, to move around, to pollinate, or whatever, bring life to other planets, whatever that may be, that whatever that task that we're performing is outside of our control.
And then also a shit ton of time alone, so much. And Pasha's amazing because he really does know that I need that, and he gives me so much time alone. Yeah, I need it. Meditate.
And then there's an internal meaning of life, which is you kind of everybody seeks for themselves to understand why am I here? What am I supposed to do? That meaning is just to kind of experience everything. Try to learn as much as possible. Try to pass that knowledge along to other people.
I find my power in knowing that my determination is really strong. I have the ability to accomplish almost anything I set my mind to. It's just a matter of me wanting it.
I was trying to become a manager at my work and hasn't been successful, but I'm not giving up. It's not that it's a failure. In more than 10 years, more than 15 years of my career, I'm not a manager yet, and lots of people in other industries, most of probably my friends from university, they probably already at some managerial level. I'm not giving up. At some point, I do want to be a lead in different tasks. I also realize it's probably because of my personality that people don't want to promote me as a manager, or I just don't understand the entire politics of how you promote yourself to be a manager inside of the organization. I usually just be blunt and straightforward in terms of technical questions. As far as taking leadership positions, maybe you have to play golf with the right people. I have no idea.
also didn't work out. After several attempts, I guess the people involved decided that this is not something that they're interested in, and they canceled.
I am Alexander Olenikov, who is a father of Alexander Olenikov. Ironically, we have the same name. Well, it's not ironically, it was our choice. And ever since you were born, we called you Shurik.
Меня зовут Ирина, и я Шурика мама, Алекса мама.
How do you feel about the fact that I haven't done anything in my life? Nothing.
I don't think you haven't done anything. You've done something. You are independent, with a very powerful will, strong character. You are a man with a capital letter, a living life the way you choose. You waking up every morning, doing whatever you want to do, and you're happy about it, and it makes me happy.
I totally disagree with you. You are 37 years old, and what this number means to you? Who said that there are certain numbers that define when and what we have to do?
Life is a different thing. It is a very tough thing, and it's hard to handle all things at the same time. I'm sure you're still on the way to...
It sounds like you're making excuses for me. I'm asking you, what is it that I've achieved in the last 37 years?
You made yourself a man.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
How? How am I a man?
In your age, I was always under the influence of people around me, and I was trying to achieve something that would make not only me but everybody else around me happy. I was thinking about them. You basically, I don't want to say you are selfish, but you are thinking about yourself more than you think what would people surrounding you are thinking.
You have a very, very good heart inside of you. You are a very good person, understanding, loving, and caring. This is the biggest achievement. I completely disagree with you when you describe someone and someone's achievement as being married, having a child, or a career. I don't think that this is the achievement. People come here to achieve different goal. They have to understand why they are here. It doesn't mean they are here because they absolutely have to have a wife or a child. Those are the rules that were written by somebody else. But what do you want? What do you want to achieve? You have to think about what you want to achieve and achieve it. And it doesn't mean that you need to do what other people are doing. So I totally disagree with that concept. A house, a car, or a better car, or a better work, that's not how I look at things. I think the achievement is when a person is happy about itself, and when person feels that this person is loved, and the person who can also give love and care for other people. This is achievement. That's how I feel.
I think you're struggling being alone. You've always been looking for a good partner. Sometimes because you don't have a fixed income, you're sometimes struggling with some financial problems.
I don't see you happy often. No, I don't. Sometimes I see you happy.
Why do you think that is?
I think you don't like yourself. I think you're not happy with yourself.
We're not very close, and I blame myself for that. Every time I'm making phone call to you, I literally have nothing to talk about. I know very little what you're doing and how you're doing, and every time I'm asking you how's things going, you keep saying it's a long story or nothing to talk about, or you don't have time, and I don't have too much information about your day-by-day life.
I think you're making a lot of progress in your life. Despite that, you don't think so, I know. But what I can see, I see a lot of changes for better. I can see that you're stronger than before, much stronger. And I can see that you do set goals for yourself. Your goals just are different from others people's goals. And by the way, I like your goals.
I would like you to be more established in your life, you know.
No, what mistakes have I made?
Oh, what mistakes? Well, maybe because you didn't choose to pursue some career that would make you more stable financially, and it's not about being rich, it's about being comfortable, living comfortable lifestyle.
You want to be honest with yourself, you want to see dark sides of yourself. This achievement to me is much higher than achievement to go to college and get a new car. I admire you when I see how you are with other people. I admire your heart, I admire your brain. I wanted you to be unique when you were not born, and you are unique.
I would like you to find a good partner. I was hoping that it's going to be a person who can make you much happier.
So I'm glad you are talking about that, because when you recognize that you have something, and if you want to change it, at least you recognize that and you can do something about that. But I don't know what is that dark side, because I don't see dark side in you, but I'm your mom. I really don't know you very well. I'm looking at you as your mom. Nobody can see other people's inner side, only they can see. Can you see a soul? I mean, is it tangible? Can you touch it? You can't.
I wish I would have taught you how to be a more family person.
I want you to love yourself. If you will be able to do that, if you will start loving yourself, if you will stop punishing yourself, being constantly unhappy about yourself, it will be the biggest achievement.
That's just the ultimate goal. It's just to be seen and loved for who you are.
The meaning of life, if there is a meaning, is for you to decide what that meaning is. I feel each one of us has that opportunity and responsibility to decide that. If not, I feel we're almost like NPCs. We're these non-role playing characters just meandering through life. Live like you're living forever, and that the journey is the destination.
I'm extremely blessed. I'm so super blessed. It's like winning the lottery. I have one of the best lives I can imagine of anybody.
I have a lot of regrets about not enjoying my life more. Because I have a really good life, like theoretically and in reality, but I just can't always feel like it because of, trauma and depression.
I have some transgender energies inside of me, and I feel like a woman, and I have a lot of female sexual energies. Really, honestly, I'm asking myself, why do I have that? Where do they come from? And I honestly don't even like it so much. How could I get out of it? I would like just be somewhat normal.
At the end of the day, these are life lessons, these are karmic lessons that we have to be learning, and that there's divine timing. You are meant to be exactly where you are, and that I have to believe these things that come through.
I remember I was scared of gay people. I'm not gay, I'm heterosexual, even though I feel like a woman. I closed myself off of any people who were gay, and I didn't want to meet them, I didn't want to be around them, and I was scared. I was literally scared of them approaching me. I was 16 or 17, I read an article how unhealthy it is to be scared, and sexuality, that whatever you're scared of you should try out. It convinced me, and I started to work on it. It took me a year and a half till I had my first experience, which was introduced by my girlfriend. She arranged something without me knowing. We ended up having sex with another man, and he made sex with me, and suddenly all the fear, all this big dragon which I imagined, disappeared. And it really helped me to realize how good it is to let go of anything that you fear.
Because I do have a lot of light, I'm just scared to show it. It's easier for me to write it.
First of all, I respect you for being able, not being afraid, or maybe you were afraid, which is normal, but being able to go to LA by yourself and survive.
We should communicate more,
Should
definitely.
be more honest with each other.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? Are you going to
Yes.
be honest with me if I be honest with
Absolutely.
you? You promise me?
I promise you, I have nothing to hide.
I just realized how much difficulties I have from my childhood because I was never important to anybody. So I grew up and subconsciously I always believed I'm absolutely unimportant. That created a lot of unhappiness. So the purpose in life is exactly that. Go deeper and deeper and dig, even if it hurts. If you can afford, go to a therapist. I'm going to a psychotherapist for 10 years. But it's also, you can do it with friends. You just get together with a glass of wine or a joint or whatever you feel like and you speak about what really hurts you deep inside or what you really wish for or how could you get yourself a little bit away from things you're clinging on too much. And it's a mutual exchange, and that's when the oneness happens. The moment 2 people or even 3 people or 4 people get together and have these open, vulnerable discussions, this is where we heal. That is the purpose of life, is finding the oneness, finding the independence from the ego.
My name is Evgeny Sklensky, and I'm a creator of Chromatica Art and Music Experience. I also spin fire. My professional name is Space Pyroman.
Hi there, I'm Gregor Reti. I live in West Hollywood and I come from Europe, from Hungary and Germany.
I am Annie Hubert, and I am a spiritual person.
Okay. My name is Pasha. I'm 40 years old. I love gardening. Don't use this, please.
I am the intergalactic space being soul in the J.D. Wolfrobe Avatar edition. Artist, musician, multi-instrumentalist, producer, and live looper.
Well, that is a question that is, I don't really want to answer. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Really excited about this project. I'm excited about this journey. It's already producing results. It's already brought me purpose, and this is a whole new, incredible creative outlet for me. This is just the beginning. This is just the springboard for this project. It's not all going to occur right here at this table. Stay tuned. I've got a lot of things in the works. Any input at all would be welcome. I know that time is very valuable. Thank you so very much for dedicating some of your time to this content.